Yo, what's up, my people? What's up, my people? Yes, yes, yes. What up, y'all? Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, 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 everybody. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Man. In case y'all didn't know, it is Tuesday, July 16th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. This No Doug Zone episode is sponsored by Matchbout. Follow Matchbout Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matchbout, the best sponsorship in the land. All right, y'all, we're gonna get right into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. I got a special guest, and I know we always hear this a lot, but he's always going to be a special guest in my eyes. We just seen him have his first pro fight in his hometown, Newark, New Jersey, the Prudential Center. He is the future of boxing. He's going to go on to do a lot of great things, and he got a cold, mean stoppage last week, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We gonna bring him in, man. No other than my brother, Keith Cologne, man. So let's get him. Let's get him on. Let's get him on. Let's see what this is doing over here.
What's
Okay.
going on?
Yo, there go my guy.
What up? What up?
Keith, what's up, my guy?
Not much. I'm chilling. How you?
Man, listen, man. Look, bro, I was supposed to court you Friday at the weigh-in, man. It was too much going on, bro. I had to get up out of there, man. We were
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to did
already
this that
knowing.
Friday. I saw you and spoke to you, and then I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make my way to where he at." But it was crazy. It got a little crazy in there, and I had to get up out of there, man. But it's all good. We here now, though, brother. How you feeling?
I feel good. How about you?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know, every time when I got you up here, it's always an honor and pleasure, man. So I always want to start it off by saying that, and I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man, so I'm not gonna try to hold you too long tonight. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into it, man. Your first pro fight, man, in your backyard, Prudential Center. And before we get into the fight, I remember 2 years ago we talked about that, right? And we said I asked you, what would it feel like if you had the opportunity to, perform there? And it's crazy because I'm sure you didn't think that 2 years later you would be performing there, and it actually happened. So let's get into that.
Right, right. It's a blessing, honestly. Like, I feel as though performing back home is bigger than performing anywhere in the world, no matter the magnitude of it. Just
Hmm.
because it's all your people. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's just a blessing to be able to have everybody there to support me, all my family, all my friends there. Just do it on a great card. Um, it was just a blessing, and I'm ready to do it again.
Now we always know the amateur crowd is always different from the pro crowd. Were there any signs or feelings of you having butterflies, or did you just treat it like a regular day? Like, you know what? Yeah, this is pros,
Yeah,
but
no, it
I'm
was.
not worrying about butterflies. No, I got to go in there and do what I got to do.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like another day in the gym. A regular day in my head, but there was a lot of new things that I had to take into consideration as well. It's just like the ring walk and facing off these things I ain't never do before. It's like I'm well experienced in the boxing game. I'm well experienced in the ring, but like little stuff
Hmm.
like the face off and the ring walk, it's all new to me. So it's just like, dang, how do I do it? Like night before, I'm looking back at dudes like Shakur, Tank, Canelo, how they walking. Now I'm like, I'm gonna just keep it simple, because it's just like I said, it was all new to me. So it wasn't more so nerves. It was just like how like I don't even know how I'm about to do it until I just did it for real.
When you got the phone call that you're gonna be making your debut there at the Prudential Center, what was the feeling like? Was it just like, oh, I always knew this day was gonna come, or was it like, oh shit, I'm really gonna be
When I
performing in my backyard?
Yeah, when I got the phone call and I noticed, I wasn't too surprised because it was always like it's a possibility. We reached out to Top Rank. and it was always a possibility. Like they didn't say no, they just said we'll try, we're gonna try our best. So you
Hmm.
know when they finally got back to us and they said yeah, everything's a go, it was just like, oh yeah. But I was also in the middle of I was also in a training camp preparing for the national Golden Gloves, so it was like, oh yeah, so that's something big. But I got to take care of this first. So it was like my attention wasn't really that until the Golden Gloves was finished, and I wasn't an amateur anymore. You know.
Now, with the process of you taking care of all that, did you ever feel like any time that there was any pressure, or you was like, you know what, I'm anxious to just hurry up and go pro? That didn't take any? That didn't take like it didn't distract you while you were in the Golden Gloves, right? Because you know, all right, this is coming to an end. This is over
Yeah.
for me. But like you said, before I move on to this,
Right.
I gotta finish this. So, like, how did you
No,
balance that?
it definitely wasn't any pressure, but like it was just more sort of anticipation. I'm like, dang, like I should have told me this after because it's more exciting. Of course, your
Yeah,
professional, your first pro fight is gonna be way more exciting than anything else, especially in the amateurs. But
yeah,
yeah, it was a lot to take in. But like once I'm a fighter at the end of the day, so certain that's only in my head prior to the day that I'm hearing it, or the first notice that I get about it. But once 2 days go by, 3 days go by, that's already in the back of my head somewhere, and I'm really just focusing on like what's the job at hand, like getting my job done first. So, and at the time, that was the National Golden Gloves.
yeah. So, coming into getting ready to be a pro, even getting ready to make your way to the arena, did it not hit you until when you got in the building and might have saw the crowd, or even before that, just walking through the arena? Because it's different when you're walking through as a fan, but you're actually walking through as a pro fighter first time. Did you say to yourself, "Oh shit"? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you fought in front of crowds before, but now this is like, "Oh shit, I'm here. There's no
Yeah,
more amateur. Like, this is it."
yeah. I mean, I might have got that. I might have. I feel like I got that during the weigh-ins. You know, like that wasn't
Ah,
like people might think, oh yeah, he weighing in, but that wasn't a regular weigh-in. You got to think that was the main card of that was Shakur and his opponent, and
mm-hmm.
that was like a big stage. You know, setup on how everything was. This wasn't just a regular weigh-in where we just hopping on the scale. No, we got cameras flying by. We got people in the crowd screaming our names. Like we got people gassing it up. So like even then, I was like, oh yeah, like it's different. Especially because that was my first ever face off and weighing in, like with an opponent there, stuff like that. Like usually we just go to the back, do our little stuff, hop on the scale, say our name, what belt we got, and
Yeah.
we gone. But nah, this right here was just like, oh yeah, nah, this is something
The,
serious.
the crazy thing about that was for it to be your first time. Now, sitting from where I was sitting at, because I didn't have any credentials to be in the front, but from what I was sitting at, when I looked up at the screen, you made it seem like you had been there before. I didn't see any signs of like
I
it's his
mean,
first time, any nervousness. It
yeah,
seemed like you had been there before, and somebody next to me was like, I don't see him sweating. I don't see no signs of him nervous. It's like he been here. This is what we're saying to each other. Like, I said,
I
damn,
had a,
Keith
I
act like
had,
he
I
been
had a
there
good
before.
poker face then. I had a good poker. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I was a little nervous. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, you
I'll
listen,
be
you
the
did a
first
good
one.
job.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to say like, nah, I was not that I was nervous, but it was just like if you saw me, I was like I had like a little smirk on my face, and it was just because
Yeah, you did.
not even because of my opponent, but it was because like it was like, dang, like this is for real. It was just more so me being amazed and just
Yeah.
shocked. Like, dang, I'm really here. This is crazy. Like this is a
Y-
dream come true.
Yeah.
So,
Especially when we just talked about it 2 years prior. We had just spoke about that. So When I heard that you were making your debut, like I was like, yo, you got to be kidding me. And I told my wife, I said, I just talked it. I said, me and him talked about this 2 years ago. I said, if nobody else had this conversation with him 2 years ago, I had this conversation with him, but I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. I said
Yeah,
maybe somewhere down the line, but that came quick.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
So the day of the
definitely.
fight, the day of the fight. So let's go back to from the time you woke up, from the time you were making your way to the arena. How did you like? What was you feeling getting up that day?
Um, just anxiousness, like I literally jumped out my bed and started throwing punches. Literally, like I just couldn't wait. Yeah, like I couldn't wait. The night before, I was in the kitchen sparring my mother. Like, it was just like I can't. I just couldn't wait. It was like we had anxiousness just to get in the ring and you know just to live up to the expectations, but also make a big statement. That was my expectation
Yeah,
for myself. Like my expectation wasn't to win or to lose or to, get your hand. My expectation was to make a big statement, and
yeah,
because if I'm being honest, you know, like you don't get too many opportunities like this in life, and you gotta really take advantage of your opportunities and not think like, oh yeah, nah, let me just get the win and I'm gonna fight on this card again. So nah, God bless you opportunities. You gotta take it and make the most out of it. So that's just how I was thinking, honestly.
yeah. So let's get into the fight. I never could pronounce your opponent's name. I don't
Yeah,
even think it even.
I don't even know his name.
I
I only know
I will
Hunter.
be
That's
real with
it.
you. I don't even, and no disrespect to him, but at the time his name didn't even matter to me because I was just like, yo, I want to see what Keith is gonna
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Uh, let's go to that. Let's get into that first round because it was you. The way you came out was like I said, you made it seem like you had been there before, and I'm sitting home watching it, and I'm amazed, like, damn, man, this Keith act like he really been here before. Take me through that first round. What were you trying to do in that first round?
The first one I was just trying to get into my own rhythm, get into my flow. Um, I was throwing things like I was throwing stuff at him to see what he'd do. I make certain movements to see what he'd do. If you look, I changed up my rhythm in the beginning. I had more of a slow rhythm, and then I threw like a jab, and then I just changed up to another rhythm just to see how he'll react, to see if he'll feel overwhelmed and just curl up and stuff like that. But yeah, like it was just like establishing everything, establishing the jab, establishing the ring generalship, making my presence feel, making him feel my presence. So that was the main thing.
At one time, you had him in the corner, and I swear he looked like a cat trying to just fight his way out the situation, and he couldn't get him out the corner because you
Yeah,
weren't letting him out that corner, and I'm like,
nah,
yo, Keith is lighting his ass up. And then
yeah,
you brought it back into the center of the ring, but it was just like everything with the movement and the way he was doing it. You definitely made it uncomfortable for him because it seemed like to me he had a game plan, but whatever game plan he had, that went out the window. You made it
right,
very
right.
uncomfortable for him, and by the time we looked up, that's how the fight was over. And I'm like, I said, damn, Keith made pretty quick work out of dude. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
like I said, I don't know nothing about him. I can't call him a trash fighter because he's a fighter. You got to respect every man that puts on a pair of gloves, especially if you're not doing it.
definitely.
It's kind of hard for you to call a fighter a bum. So I don't know nothing about him. I don't know his record. You know what I mean? He's a fighter just like you, but you just got you got the best of him. Um, Leading up to you stopping him, what did you feel like after getting all that? How did you feel?
You said leading up to the stoppage, how did I feel?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, I felt, at home. Fighting is what I do. I go to the gym every day. I put on a pair of gloves, so it's just second nature to me. Some people, their job or their lifestyle is going to the hospital and working there,
Hmm.
being a teacher. being a firefighter, what I do every day is I put on a pair of gloves and I get in the ring. So it wasn't nothing new to me. Once I was in the ring, it was just like another day at the gym. But
Yeah,
everything just felt great. Everything happened, you know, according to what we thought it would happen.
yeah, because I know automatically that y'all work hard, not even just for that fight, period. Because if people don't know, you've been a busy man, not just in your boxing career, but for 2024, you were kind of busy this year. And
Definitely,
I
definitely.
told your father, I said, well, when did y'all ever rest? Because I see, like, when I look at when I be looking at your videos on YouTube, I'm like, damn, he in the swimming pool, he over here, he jogging, he
Yeah,
move. I'm like, yo, when did this dude ever rest, man? But
yeah.
it's hard work and dedication. Would you consider yourself a gym rat, though?
Um, I consider myself a gym rat. I consider, I just want to be the best. I just want to be the best at, what I'm doing, and I'm a firm believer that you're gonna get in whatever you put out. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know nobody that like losing. I know I don't like losing, so you know, if I'm ever resting, if I feel like, damn, I feel like, I gotta do something, at least something, whether it's a couple miles, go outside, shadow box. I just can't do nothing like at all. I feel like it's gonna be a waste of day or somebody,
yeah,
that day they got one up on me.
yeah. I don't know if you know or not, and you probably haven't heard, but it's already going around, and it's been going around since the night of the fight that everybody said they enjoy watching you and Abdullah Mason.
Right.
They,
Heard that
like,
before.
no disrespect to everybody else that was on the card, but they was like, yo, what Keith did, what Abdullah did, yo, man, listen, it was worth going to see them fight because for some of the people I know, that was their first time even coming to a fight to even see Shakur
Yeah.
live. So that you and Abdullah came up y'all came up a lot,
Yeah,
about that
no,
night
facts.
though.
That night I had a lot of people, a lot of people hit me up telling me, I had an exciting fight. But I'm kinda used to it, like even in the amateurs, it's like,
Hmm.
the lower division, it started from the lower division, then it go all the way up to the top. So it's like I'm kinda used to starting to show off and everybody like literally if anybody been to like my last couple fights, they'd know. Like, yo, you start to show off exactly how, you bring the energy, everything, and so it's just like it's just what I'm used to now, So I kind of take pride in it, like, yeah, now I'm here to just start the show, and let them finish it.
Yeah, because for some people, if they don't know, it's like you don't have no worries with nothing because they go, yo, he seemed like he don't have no worries about nothing. And I'm like, that's just Keith. He's not going to be any different. That's just Keith. And if something ever did bother him, you probably would never know. Probably would
Right,
never
right.
know it. You know what I'm saying? And if he's getting in the ring, then you'll whatever he's going through and feeling, you're going to see it in that ring. And that guy, whatever you were feeling, he got it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah,
He
most
he he
definitely.
had to feel that. And I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But was making the weight, was it good? Because you fought at what again? Because I forgot. You fought at what weight again?
126.
126. So that was easy for you, right? You didn't have
Yeah,
no issue with that.
yeah, nah. I feel like my body, I feel as though once I get to like 127, 128, that or like even 129 sometimes, like that's where like that's I don't know how to explain it, but I could get there and I could stay there for a minute. It was a couple times, like a week
Hmm.
or 2 weeks before the fight. My coach like, yo, you got to eat a little bit because you getting a little too close to the weight now. You know, so I had to eat a little bit just so I could make it. You don't want to make the weight too early and be kind of weak. So
Yeah,
just to make it in time and still feel strong. I ain't had troubles making the weight, but it's all about dedication. Making weight is all about sacrifices and dedication. Like you just gonna have to thug it out sometimes. Everybody deal with it. That's how I look at it.
Now, explain to me too, and for the people who might not know, because I still try to figure this out if this question makes sense. Is there a difference between making the weight in amateurs and pros, or is it the same thing? We know if you don't
Oh,
make weight in the pro, then there could be a fine or something. So, but is there a difference between the two?
oh, you talking about like business wise, like because all right, so in the amateurs, if you don't make weight, you don't fight. You know, especially if you in a
Yeah.
tournament, they might you got like if you got a sincere couple reps and it's just two of them, and they just like yo, for the sake of this fight, I'm gonna do it. Then that's that's one of the exceptions. But for the most part, there's like if you don't make the weight, there's no fight. And the professionals, if you don't make the weight, then everything's negotiations. So it's like, all right, if you don't make the weight, you gotta probably pay, or you probably can't hydrate past a certain level of like you get what I'm trying to say. It all depends on like what's the
Yeah.
negotiations. So like when Ryan Garcia didn't make weight with Devin Haney, the next step was, all right, do y'all still want to fight? And he was like, yeah, but we gonna have to negotiate. And he chose the money route. If it was me, I would have been like, look, you can't hydrate past a certain, because you ain't make the weight, you ain't hold up yet, and so
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's important for a lot of amateurs to understand that it's not going to be a cakewalk when you go pro. So you
uh,
can't just think that you can go off on vacation for a week, come back 8, 9 pounds heavier than what you are, and you're just like, well, I just happened to just go to Texas and I had a little more fun, but I still can fight, and it's like as a pro, it don't work that way. There's going to be some
nah,
consequences
facts.
to that, and I don't know about you, but with me, I'm so stingy. I don't want to have to pay that fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah, nah,
because nobody starts off making $1 million. So it's like, you have to think that there's consequences to me having to pay because now I have to pay for what I did, but then I also have a team I have to pay. You
yeah,
understand? So it's not fair to my team that you know what I mean. So you have to be careful. But I think for all amateurs, it's important for them to understand that don't be selfish. You don't just think about yourself because what you would do affects your team and it could affect your family possibly. So I just wanted to get that part out there. Um, but it was a beautiful performance, man, and I enjoyed
thank
it. Um, and now we're all waiting to see what's next with Keith. What possibly could be next for Keith that we should expect?
definitely gotta fight. Well, nothing is confirmed yet, so I don't want to say like, oh yeah, it's like expect me to be here at this place. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but it talks about me getting
Hmm.
back in the ring. September. It talks about me getting back in the ring like late September. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
But really just expect me to be back in the ring within like these next 2 to 3 months. I'm trying to be as active as possible. Is as a fighter, there's nothing better than just keep the ball rolling. It makes everything easier for me, for my team, uh, and the more comfortable I am in the ring, and the more comfortable I am with the process and everything that's going through, it's just better. So expect me to be in the
Yeah.
ring real soon, like 2 to 3 months.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be looking forward to that. And this time I have to definitely make sure I'm there to talk to you and make sure I have my credentials this time. So the night of the fight, besides just your performance, um, who else did you sit back and watch? Because I'm sure you didn't just leave the building after fighting. Did you stay?
Yeah, no, I stayed all the way to the last fight, but I'm gonna be honest. The only fights that I watched was the fight before me was Kelvin Davis and somebody else
Yeah.
and Shakur fight. Those the only fights that I had a chance to watch. After my fight was Abdullah Mason fight, but I missed half of that being in the locker room, and then literally from As soon as I got out the locker room and came into the arena, I just pictures and my family was there, so like I didn't even get a chance to watch
Yeah,
that. Once I started taking pictures, like a lot of people started seeing me, and I didn't even get a chance to watch no other fight until I'm like, you know what, this is the last fight. Let me go get my seat for real and just watch this fight. So that was Shakur fight that I had sat down for, but I didn't get a chance to
yeah.
sit down and watch no other fight.
Did by any chance did you and Cole get to talk? Did y'all get to
Yeah, I
like
saw
greet
him.
each other?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him like right before he came out. I had went back there. I just told him I was like, "Yo, have fun," like as he gonna do what he do, but just as long as he have like as fighters, you sometimes we get so in our head to try to be the best, like be our best self, is that we forget the main aspect, and it's just that I have fun. So I just went back there, reminded him like, "Yo, just go out there and have fun."
You got to the back. I bet you probably wasn't even expecting to see all the amount of people that was back there for you, your family, man. I know that had to be like well, you probably see them on the regular anyway when they were coming to your amateur fights, but it was something different for your pro fight. So I know when you got back there, it was exciting to see everybody.
Yeah. I mean, in the amateurs, you gotta think. Like I had about close to 80 amateur fights, so it's kind of repetitive. Once you have in a amateur fight, so it's like the only ones that really come is just like mom, probably an aunt here there, probably an uncle, that really want to
Yeah,
see it. So, to have all my family there or close to all my family there, because I got a big family. I got people in Puerto Rico that didn't get a chance to fly in, but they was watching me. But just to have all my peoples there to
yeah,
support me and really just like, yeah, they came out to watch the whole card, but they was there for me. You get what I'm saying? It's just like it was crazy, just
yeah,
like I ain't gonna lie. Some people don't like
yeah,
taking, like I probably took over 500 pictures and I enjoyed it because it's just like these my people, they came here to see
yeah.
me. Like, of course, like, I'll take a million
Yes.
pictures if y'all want. Like, y'all came here to see me. This the least that I could do to pay you
Um,
guys back.
and and I'm glad you said that because some people get caught up in themselves where they forget that um this is what I do for a living. This is what I chose to do for a living. And even though you have to respect people's space and you can't put a camera up in their face all the time, for people that is famous on their way to being famous, they're gonna have to realize they stepped into a life that they can't
Yeah.
deny it. Like this, listen, this is
Right.
what it is, man. I got to take this picture. You know what I'm saying? Because if I walk around trying to be the villain and being the asshole all day, who's gonna pay to come see me? Even if it's my
Right.
own family or friends, who's gonna want to pay to come see me if I'm being an asshole all day? Like nobody wants that. Now, yes, you can always say I don't feel like taking any pictures, not right now at this moment, or give me a second and I'll come back. But they have to understand the fans are the ones who are paying for the ESPN, app tickets. They had to get on the train. Like I had people from Brooklyn that was like, "Yo, I'm going to Jersey to see Keith, man," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "But you don't drive." I just said I'm getting on the train, and I thought that was dope because they were coming from
Nah,
deep in Brooklyn.
definitely.
I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, nah, definitely.
So
Like,
it
it's
was
mad.
yeah. But like you said, if you know what, and it's funny you say that, Keith, because I'm no celebrity, but I go through that sometime where people want to take pictures and you know what I mean. They might see me in the street and recognize what I do on, and man, I ain't taking no picture with you, bro. I'm good. Like you can't do that because when you have supporters, your supporters are the number one people that's gonna make sure that you good because they, like I said, they could put you in a position that it could change your family's life. So like you said, take 500 pictures, man. I don't know. I have to be. I don't know, Keith. I have to be more like you, man. 500 pictures. I mean, but it was a very important. But it was a very important night for you too. You
Definitely.
understand what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's not the last time we're going to going to see you at the Prudential Center. Who knows? You can end up being what Xander is to the Garden and what Miguel Cotto was to the Garden. You could end up being that for the Prudential Center. I don't. You and Shakur gonna have to flip a coin over that. You know what I'm saying? But you
Right.
could, y'all gonna have to flip a coin on that one. But
Yeah.
that's what you could end up being, and I hope that happens for you, man. We rooting for you over here, man, because
Thank you. Appreciate
we love
that.
it, man. So it was definitely a great experience seeing you over there, man, and we hope to see more, man.
Oh yeah.
Did you now? I like to ask every fighter this. Did you go back to the gym on Monday? Because fighters they'll take that one day to rest. Was you back in the gym on Monday?
Nah, I wasn't. I tried, but my coach he told my mother, he was like, yo, don't let him go to LA Fitness. Don't let nah. He don't let him nah. If he want to do anything, he could just walk around. My coach he's like how you said in the gym, I work hard. I don't need anybody to tell me to work hard. And so, him being a wise coach, he understands where he got to come in and tell me like, nah, it's enough. Let your body rest. You had a long training camp from the Golden Gloves to now. Let your body rest because we're gonna have to get right back on it soon. So, let your body, eat whatever you want to eat and get your little fat back, and just chill for a week. So that's
Yeah.
what I did.
When I look at a lot of y'all videos on YouTube, I always listen to your coach when he speaks. He seems so knowledgeable and cool, and he is serious. He is serious about what he does. Like he don't take what he do for a joke. Like it's really like he's really on it in there. Um, how much does that help you, him being the coach that he is? Because you're a guy that doesn't have to be told what to do, and he's a guy that's gonna just guide you if he needs to. Like how much does that help you?
And my coach, I feel as though like within our gym, he's known to have like crazy workouts. Crazy workouts meaning like, he'll tell you, all right, we doing this, and it's like how like what made you even think of that? Like he'll be putting two exercises but making them one, and it's just like that plus my mindset is just crazy because
Mhm.
whatever he say to do, I do it. It's not even no hesitation, no matter how crazy it might be. It's just like I take pride. Like it'll hurt me if it's like "Dang, I can't do that." So when I can't do something, it's like I'm doing it until I'm able to do it. You know, and so it's just us combined with the hard, rigorous training workouts, plus me wanting to be great, me wanting to be the best that I could be. It's a perfect combination.
Was there ever a time? I don't know how long he's been training you exactly, right? But was there ever a time in the beginning where you were like, man, I can't do that. This dude asking me for too much. There's no way I can do all this. Was there ever a time, or did you just say, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna let nature take
I'm
his
gonna be
best course and just do it.
I'm gonna be honest. Anything that he tell me to do, unless it's like sprints or something, um, he showed me how it's done. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he do it,
Yeah, yeah,
and then he probably don't do as many reps. He's like, "You want me to show you?" I was like, "Yeah," and he'll do it. So it's like, all right, and it's some things that he do that I really can't do, and that's just like, damn, I can't do that. Like how? You know, but it's not that I ever thought that it was like far fetched because I see him do it first. He'll show me how it's done,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll just be like, okay, and then I just have trouble myself doing it, especially with the reps, and all right, that's one set. You gotta jump from this and come back to do that set again. So
Yeah. Um, it's crazy because I remember watching one episode where you was in a swimming pool, and me, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not no swimmer. I'm just a dude who like to sit up in the pool. But I was watching you go back and forth in the pool. I was like, that's crazy. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, I can't do that. Now, what's those workouts like? The swimming pool workouts? Because you look like a 12-year-old kid who's having fun in there. What's them workouts like in the pool?
yeah, nah. It's really just them workouts be the worst. So a pool workout is usually on a Saturday. Our Saturday
Yeah.
workouts, people know, like, it's known in my gym, like, yo, don't go to Saturday workouts if if you ain't there, so it's like
Yeah.
Saturday workouts is the hardest workouts throughout the whole week because not only do it test your natural ability, but it tests your mental
Hmm.
state. It really tap into your head, and it's just all about who gonna quit first, or who, like, if you gonna quit, and it's no, like, none of that is allowed. Especially with my coach, it's just like, you showing me that you a quitter. I'm here giving you my time, taking away from my family. I'm waking up early, and you showing me you a quitter. So it's just like none of that is allowed. It's not tolerated, and even if you can't do it, your effort is what counts. Like, you gotta, throwing up. Like, we gotta see something. You gotta show that you really giving it your all. But them pool workouts is serious. I ain't gonna lie, the pool workout, we try to get in like 2 to 3 pool sessions before my fight. And I'll be the first one to say it. It's like the closest thing to death. You know how when you ain't got no air in your lungs, and you
Yeah.
just think like, I need to breathe. That's exactly how I be feeling. So it really get me prepared mentally also, because sometimes when you're in the rain, and things might not be going your way, but you just gotta mentally fight through it. You gotta break down the mental barriers.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if a lot of fighters, especially young fighters, thought like you, they would be okay. But I think the problem with boxing today is um, we have a lot of fighters talking back to their trainers
Oh yeah, yeah.
and telling their trainers what they're not gonna. We have fighters telling their trainers what they're not gonna do or what they don't feel like doing. Now, in the real world, that's a no-no because, like you said, I'm taking time for my family. Like you have coaches that probably have to argue with their girlfriends and wives because they don't understand why you spending so much time with this kid or these fighters. You're in the gym probably not even 5 days a week. You're in the gym 7 days a week. You spend more time with these fighters than you do with me. And for me to turn around and come to a gym to have a fighter or a kid who wants to be a fighter try to tell me what he is not going to do or what he is going to do or what he don't feel like doing is a no-no. Um, give everybody just a teaspoon of what'll happen if they dare did that. If they dare thought about doing that to your coach, what? Because
Oh yeah, nah, man, my
I can
coach
look at him
ain't.
and tell. Keith, you went out.
I'm
Oh, there you go. Uh oh. Oh, hold on, y'all. Give him a second. He'll be back, y'all. Give him a second. Give him a second. Give him a second. There we go. Told y'all. All right. Hold on. Let me get him. Let me get him back up here. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. He's got to come back up. Hold on, y'all. Something happened. I don't know what happened. Give me a second. He'll be back up here. Give him a second, y'all. Just give him a second. Smash that like button, y'all. Know what I mean? Smash this like button for my boy Keith Cologne. There you go. I don't know what's up with YouTube, man. I don't know what's up with YouTube. All right.
Hey, thank God.
All right, give him time, y'all. Give him time. What's going on? Hold on.
Yo, yo, yo,
All right,
yo.
y'all. You hear me now, Keith?
Yeah, I was able to hear you. I was talking to you, but
Yeah, no,
I
I
don't think
see.
you was able to hear
He's,
me.
I don't know. He said he's good. I hear him, but I don't. No, I'm off mute now. Now I can't hear him. I don't know what YouTube. I don't hear you. You don't hear me? All right, I'm gonna go out. Give me a second. I'm probably gonna have to go out. You sound good. All right, so now I'm just waiting on Keith now. Uh, I don't know what's going
You can
on
hear
here.
me?
Give me a second.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you talking,
Oh, you
Keith,
said
but I don't
perfect.
know. All right, I'm gonna have to get out. Just give me a second. Let me get out.
All right.
Oh Lord, this is not working.
What's good, TD
This is crazy.
Sports?
This has never happened before.
What's up, TD Sports?
Yo, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now, what's up? You hear me now, Keith? Unmute yourself.
I'm not
I'm
mute.
I'll unmute you. All right, all right. I don't know what that was about, man. YouTube tripping.
You can hear me?
That wasn't you. It wasn't you. It wasn't me. YouTube tripping. Yeah, StreamYard be
Yeah,
acting
nah.
up because it ain't neither one of us, yo. StreamYard is tripping. They just took like I don't even understand why they just did that, but that's all right though. We gonna work. I think I was asking you about your coach about if anybody ever did that, what would be the consequences to that? And yeah, I think you answered it, but that's where it got messed up at.
You know, my coach, he a stand up guy. I mean, as long as don't if you don't disrespect him, he ain't gonna disrespect you. If you don't want to do nothing, cool. Just get out his workout. You know, you wasting his time, you wasting everybody else's time. So that's just how it is.
Like you ever see fighters, I don't expect you to be no coach or no mentor, but I'm sure there's times if you see fighters doing that, and you just like, yo, bro, come on, man, just do it. The quicker you do it, the sooner it'll be over with. You going back and forth, it's not gonna get
I
you anywhere. Just
mean,
go ahead and do it. Or do you just be like, you know what, that's him. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. I'm just gonna mind my business and do my part.
nah, I mean we do a lot of like competitive. We do a lot of competitive workouts. So like we got a team. It's a lot of competitive workouts where we don't even. It's not even no time, no clock. It's just whoever quit first or this or that. But it's just like if I notice somebody just giving up, I'm telling them like, yo, lock in, like because I mean I want the best for them, so I'm telling them what they should hear. They may be feeling discouraged because everybody outperforming, but it's just like, bro, do what you gotta do. Like you not the best right now. Come back tomorrow, try to be the best, and just keep doing it till you the first one, or you the strongest one, or the fastest one.
And that's your, I mean, to your own testimony, that's your own mindset too, as a person. You also tell yourself that, because I'm sure there's probably days where you wake up, no matter how much you love boxing, I'm sure there's got to be times where you be like, you know what, I'm not up for this today. I'm really not, but I have to do it because I have to be the best I can be. And if I say today I'm not doing this, then I might say tomorrow I'm not doing it. And then you get to this position where you get comfortable and not doing anything. So is that something that you tell yourself too, that look, bro, no matter how you feel, you got to do this.
Yeah, most definitely, because like everything goes back to the fight. You know,
Hmm.
when people expect training to be perfect, people expect them to feel good every day, and but come fight night, you don't know how you gonna feel. You don't know, you know, like you don't know how you gonna wake up that day. Like you don't have
Hmm.
time to make excuses or point the finger at nobody. You just got to get it done by any means necessary. That's why you hear fighters say, "Look, I had an off day today," or whatever the case might have been. But it's just, all right, you had an all day. Did you get the job done? Yes or no. That all that matters. Next fight, you know what to do moving forward. Learn from your mistakes. So it's just like I mean, I enjoy not feeling good and training. Well, not that I enjoy it, but like mentally, it just gives me all the confidence in the world because if I don't feel my best self or if I'm cutting weight and I'm probably feel a little tired and I'm sparring that day, I'm telling myself like, nah, I gotta lock in just to if I'm able to get through the sparring and I'm not feeling my best self. Imagine if I am feeling my best self. So it's always give me that extra confidence and boost of energy.
But besides your love for the sport, what really keeps you motivated? What really makes you wake up in the morning and go, I'm gonna do this. Besides you just loving it, is it hey, I got a family to take care, or girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Besides the love of it, what really makes you get out there and be like, yo, I'm gonna do this. No ifs, ands, or buts, and I'm gonna be the
It's
best
just
at it too.
yeah, it really just I'm self motivated. It's just like I know where I can be. So it's like that's what pushes me every day. It's just like I see my potential. I know that what I'm able to do in the gym. I know the people that I sparred and how I looked and how the sparring sessions went. So it's just like I could see where I can be, and the next years I could see what's obtainable, what I can have, and everything that come with it. And it's just like I just got to keep being better than I was yesterday, and it's gonna come. It's just gonna fall right in my lap. So like even in the amateurs, I was always telling myself, it's not if but when. It's not like it's not if but when. Not if I'm gonna be big in the sport, but just more so when. Once I turn pro and I get a couple fights under my belt, things just gonna start flowing how I need to flow, and that's just what's happening.
And I say this to you every time I talk to you, and I'm always gonna say it because it's such a beautiful thing. Your father, probably one of the greatest men that I probably ever met, and that's no cap on this planet. Um, and I see how he feels about you and stuff he does, and he always gives me a call. If not me, then my bro Thomas. Hey man, gotta get up with Keith. And I'm like, man, it's an honor and pleasure to always get up with Keith. How important is he to you, just besides him being your father? As far as just him being in your corner, being in your circle. How important is that? Because we all know how the father and son team goes. That can go sour any day. How important is he, to you?
He plays a major factor in my career and in my life. Like it's good to always have people that take it personal if things don't go right for you. So meaning like let's say if you had a bad business deal, it's somebody and you had somebody in your corner that really took it personal that they did you that type of
Hmm.
way. So it's just the same thing with my father, and it's mainly because I'm his son. So it's just he's trying to
Hmm.
get the best. He's trying to make the best happen, and he's trying to put me in the best positions possible. He's trying to um he just want everything to work out in my favor and in our favor as well. So it's like because I have somebody like that in my corner, it give me that extra little push that others may not have because they don't have a support system or whatever the case might be.
Yeah, because some parents, right? This is gonna sound crazy though, Keith. Believe it or not, you have some parents that actually whoop their kids' asses into success. Like they made them successful doing something that they really didn't want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll hear a lot of people
Yeah,
say, "Man, I never want to do this. I didn't pick this sport. This sport picked me." Or my father made me do it. If you hear Oscar De La Hoya when he goes, "Hey, he wanted to play baseball," until one day his father showed up at the game and pulled him off the field, it was like, you gonna box.
yeah. I mean, I was in that
For
situation too
you, I'm
once
sure
upon a
you didn't
time.
have that.
No, I was in that
Oh
position one
yeah?
point in time. It just wasn't with boxing. It just wasn't with boxing. It was with another sport.
Okay.
And my yeah, my dad, like I'm gonna be honest. If you was to ask me when I was like 10, 11, or 12, like did I see myself being like a star? I would have been like, yeah. I had many different avenues. The people that know me, the people that saw me growing up, especially from the ages of like 10 on up, they always say the first thing they say is he gonna make it because he got options. He got options. If he wanted to be a baseball player, in the MLB, he could have done it. Like the same way how I was traveling the world, going to tournaments for boxing, I was doing it with baseball. I was doing it for football and basketball. So I had options. It's just what I wanted to do. I didn't want to play baseball. That just I ain't to this day. I never watched a baseball game a day in my life. It's just because it's just not entertainment for
Mm.
me. I didn't find fun in doing it. I just happened to be good at it. I just went out there, did my thing. But boxing, that was something that I took pride in. And so my father, he let me do it just because, of course, anybody would want their child to be able to protect themselves no matter who it is. So, if my son able to have his hands sharp, he able to defend himself, get out the way of punches. Here he could do it outside in the street. It just so happened to be that, you know, I started to take up on
Yeah.
it, start fighting, going to tournaments and things just kept piling up from there.
I mean, you went from learning how to defend yourself to go into the Golden Gloves, traveling the world, to performing in your backyard. I mean, it was all worth it.
Facts.
It was all worth it. Because
Definitely,
I know there's
definitely.
plenty of fighters that they want the opportunity. There's plenty of fighters who want the opportunity that's from New York where they want to go fight at Madison Square Garden, but they may not ever get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's just it
Right.
happens. But you were able to get that opportunity, and the thing is, you're just getting started. This is the thing. They thought that what they saw from you was something. That's just your first pro fight. That's just one. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And the scary and
facts.
the scary thing about it, and I said this about Abdullah Mason. I said the scariest thing about you and Abdullah is that y'all are still young. That's the crazy thing. So you talking about probably
Yeah,
another 10 to 15 years, they gotta deal with you. That's
yeah.
scary.
No,
That's
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 real
that's
talk though.
that's and people don't understand that. I said y'all looking at them because they 20, they 21, but what you fail to realize is that in 10 more years, 15 more years, I mean it's cool to talk about Shakur, Tank, Devin. That's cool. I have no, those are my three. I love them. But when you start looking at you, Abdullah, you start looking at Keyshawn, and you start looking at Tiger Johnson, you start looking at a lot of y'all, and I'm like, y'all talking about these dudes, but you better pay attention to these dudes because eventually these dudes that you like now, probably in another 3 or 4 years, it might be over for them. But I said these guys got like another 10 to 15 years. That is super scary because then it's like you're not even in your grown man
Yeah,
strength yet. And what's going to happen when you get in your grown man strength? Like, it's crazy. But nobody takes the time to think
yeah,
about that though, because they just look at you like, yo, we ain't worrying about it. And I'm like, well, you need to be worried about it. You need to be because these are the future faces of boxing. It doesn't matter if I'm not the face of boxing
for
today. That's
sure.
cool. I got a long way to go. That's cool. Put your seatbelt on because we got a long ride. We got a long ride. Like,
Right.
and I'm looking forward to seeing your run and what you do. And I think it's gonna be great. It seems like you have a dope team. You got one of the best fathers to have around that actually cares about your career, and he's not there just for a check. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about it. But
Yeah.
yo, let me ask you something. How much attention did you really get like from the ladies after that fight? Because I'm sure there's some females you went to school with that probably like you and saw that fight. Like how much attention did you get? I know you got attention. I know you got attention. Don't
I
tell me you
mean,
didn't.
like it's who knows? It might not. You gotta keep it peak. That's it.
Because look, I'm sure there was some chicks buying tickets and all that. You probably was like, wait a minute, baby girl, I didn't even know you was a boxing fan. I'm not a boxing fan. I just came to watch you fight. But
Yeah,
see,
nah,
but
it's crazy.
that's the dope thing about being a part of boxing that it brings it brings so many people together. It brings people that don't understand it, and it brings people who think they understand it.
Right.
That's the crazy thing about it because everybody that's at a fight that could talk to you and have a boxing conversation, they're just having a conversation. That doesn't mean they know boxing. You know what I'm saying? They just
Nah, at all.
talking about what they know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you've been in some places where you had conversations with dudes and you like, what? What?
Yeah, those
Who
be the
told you
worst.
that?
I try to get away from those type conversations. It hurt my head for real. I can't argue with you, man. You got it.
You know what? You know what I learned, and I was telling your father this. What I learned is not to entertain a troll. Don't entertain them because sometimes they
Yeah,
know what they're doing, and they'll purposely make you mad to get a reaction out of you because that's what they're there.
yeah. I
That's why they
mean,
call trolls.
yeah, it's something that I go by. It's just like you can't control everything. Focus on what you can control. You can't control what come out this man's
No.
mouth or what he want to type on Twitter. 9 times out of 10, he see you walking down the street. He gonna probably ask to take a picture with you before he say some crazy stuff. You feel me? So it's just
Um,
like just know
I
what it
speak of
is.
my.
It's
You know
not
what?
your
I it's
territory. Everybody deal with it.
it's funny you say that because I spoke about that about how dudes got to watch their mouths because when y'all pull up at these press conferences and these weigh-ins, if the fighter doesn't see you or if the coach don't see you, it's gonna be somebody out the entourage that's gonna see you and be like, "Yo, that's that dude that was talking slick about Keith the last 6 months. We couldn't catch him, but now we got him." And I'm telling you, he gonna tell you
Yeah,
something about, "Yo,
and
Keith,
people
man, I
gotta
just wasn't feeling good that
understand.
day."
Yeah, people gotta understand that it's just like, bruh, like, okay, cool, I understand it's boxing, but you got some people that really come from certain places where certain a certain level of disrespect is just not tolerated, or a certain level
Mm-hmm.
you can only say but so much
Mm-hmm.
before a person ain't talking no more. It's just like, and Newark is one of them places where you would be a
Yes.
fool to keep going back and forth with somebody, because if you do, your life gonna be in jeopardy. So it's like growing up in a place like
Yeah.
Newark, and then just having to be a boxer where people love to talk trash and troll. It's like, yo, it's a fine line. Like, if I'm in the street and somebody say, "Yo, when I see you, I'm gonna smack you," I'm not like, when I see them, I'm getting them before they get me. So it's like with boxing, if they say the
Oh yeah.
same thing going on, like, "Yo, when I see you, I'm gonna punch you in your face," da da da. It's like, I'm not waiting for you to see me to see if you really gonna do what you're gonna do. Nah, it's gonna be you. Like, I'm gonna just have to do it before you get me. So it's just like, it's hard in boxing, but it's just, that's why you can't entertain everything.
No, I learned that you couldn't entertain everything because some people get a thrill off getting a reaction out of you, but regardless, you got to be held responsible for what you say. And I stress this all the time, and people think that I'm lying when I tell them that when that fighter catch you, or if that trainer catch you, or somebody out that entourage catch you, you got some explaining to do. And the thing is, now your
Yeah,
entourage,
I
your
feel you what
crew,
you
your
said.
friends, I don't care who they are, they're not gonna want you to get in trouble because you're the bag, you're the money. So it's like, all right, keep chill out. Yeah, we ain't gonna let you handle that. Go over there. We got this. And they could possibly beat the hell out of him right there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, we don't want to see that happen. But some of these dudes, I'll be telling them, you can't. It's cool if you talk crazy about a fighter and coach and you ain't never going to no fights. That's okay. That's all right, because then we ain't got to worry about seeing you. We're not going to see you. But if you do that and you decide to show up and you like, well, Keith don't know what I look like, I'm not worrying about him. His father don't know
Yeah.
what I look like, I'm not worrying about him. But then it's that regular dude who probably still be on the corner chilling. He a part of your crew, but he's still in the hood, and he sees you on Instagram or Facebook and YouTube talking crazy. Now he gonna keep that picture in his mind, and when he see you, it's up. It's up now. And a lot of these dudes don't be
Yeah.
understanding that. That's why I be like, look, man, when that happens, make sure y'all ain't standing next to me. Don't stand next to me because I don't want to look like I'm a part of it. I always tell them, man, you can feel some kind of way about somebody. You can stress how you feel, but speaking on how you feeling about somebody and then disrespecting them is two different things. You know what I'm saying? When you start calling them a bum
Yeah.
fighter, when you start just calling them every name in the book, and you think you're doing that, and I'm gonna do that because if I say this and say that, the viewers are gonna love it. My subscribers are gonna go up. A lot of people are just doing stupid shit to get attention on here. And what, like you said, coming from places like we come from, me coming from the Bronx and you coming from Newark, the rules are damn near the same. When we see you, it's up. Like it's nothing you can say. Hey,
And I
look,
ain't
Keith, I was
warning you.
having a bad day.
I ain't warning
Yeah.
you.
Oh, Keith, I had a bad day. My girl broke up with me. My kids don't acknowledge me. I don't care nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with why my name keep coming out your mouth. But these are just some of the things for the fighters that have to understand, because you're gonna have people that's gonna provoke you, and then when they do that, they're gonna holler lawsuit. Because that's all they think about. When they look at you, they all they see is money. And now you're like, wait a minute, I'm not even making no money like that yet. I'm making a little something, but they don't care. They just want to provoke you and just think that, yo, he would top rank. I'm gonna try to provoke him and get him to push me or slap my phone out my hand, and I could sue him. Like you got suckers. You got a lot of sucker people like that. And let me tell you, they not young. You got a lot of older people that's older than me and you that's suckers. That's
Yeah,
walking around like that. And I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you a sucker, dude. Like these dudes are suckers out here, man. Like, and a lot of them are not fans, but you catch them at these press conferences and weigh-ins acting like they, yo, I'm gonna go put the camera in Key face. I'm gonna go put the camera in Shakur face, and I'm gonna do it not as a reporter, but I'm gonna do it to get a reaction out of him, and I hope I get the right reaction out of him so I can sue his ass.
yeah.
Like
We,
I don't understand, Keith, man. These dudes is
yeah.
weird out. These dudes is weird out here, man.
Nah,
They
it
weird.
definitely is. They
And
definitely is weird.
they they weird because I always say boxing is a great sport, but it attracts some of the most weirdest people on earth. Weird. They be weird. And I don't ever understand it. I stop trying to figure it out. I just go, you know what, you stay in your lane and you keep being you. Because I think that's what makes a person great. What makes a person great is not about how many people he know, about where he hang out, or what he does for a living. It's basically him being himself. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because when you're not yourself, you know just as well as I do, you're gonna get exposed quick. Somebody's going to pull your card because it's like, yo, that's
Right.
you. You're not that dude. You're not that dude that you think you are. So I always tell these dudes, you can hide behind the camera, but you're only going to be able to do that for so long before you walk out there in the public and somebody recognize who you are, and you're going to have to face the music. So, but a lot of these content creators, they don't understand that. That's why when your father said, hey, besides you, is there somebody else that could do an interview with Keith? And I'm like, yeah, man, my brother Thomas, because I know a million of them out there, but I wasn't going to just send you to anybody
Yeah,
because no matter how it would have went, I would have had to take some responsibility because I'm like, yeah, all right, but I okayed this dude. If I okay you, you gotta make me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm okaying you. I'm vouching for you. Don't make me
Right,
look
right.
bad. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot of dudes out there that's content creators, but it's a lot of them. I couldn't send you over there to them because they'd just be biased as hell, and they're gonna say something to you, and it's like, yo, damn, McLean, why would he? Like, damn, why would you do that? So you don't. You got to
Yeah,
keep. I always say this, right? Between us content creators and the fighters and the coaches, we have to keep a great relationship because we need you guys and you guys need us just to keep being out there so people will know who you are. Now, how can we do that if we don't earn y'all trust? If we do some bullshit like that, we don't expect y'all to come back around. We don't expect y'all to acknowledge us when y'all see us at fights because that was some BS, that you pulled, even though you
yeah.
can't control everything that happens. So the relationships are always important. That's why I'm always gonna keep a relationship with your father. Even Tiger Johnson, coach, that's my brother. Love him to death. Pete, relationships are always important, and we have to remember that at times. Sometimes people lose sight of that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it
Nah,
happens. But
facts.
look, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you too long because the internet kind of messed up for them couple of minutes, but it's all good. Look, Keith, I definitely gonna have you back again. Definitely, brother. You can always call me and keep me posted and let me know what's going on. And I gotta get to y'all gym, man. I thought your father sent me the address because he's always asking me when I'm coming out to the gym, and I feel like I'm just running around in circles. And your gym is not far, so I gotta get that address to the gym, and you gotta let me know when you're there. If it's not too busy in there, and I could pop up and just kick it with y'all for a
Okay.
while. All right. So
What's
we
up?
definitely gonna do that, man. So look, Keith, you definitely have a good one, brother. Be safe, man. Wish you all the blessings in the world and keep doing what you're doing, man. All right,
Likewise. I appreciate you for having me.
all right, brother. All right, yes,
All
sir.
right.
Hold on, let me see. What am I doing here? Internet's acting crazy again. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. Yeah, y'all. I wanted to. I wanted to do the. I wanted to do the interview a little better. Yeah, great interview. I wanted to do better, y'all. Apologize. When the internet messed up, it kind of messed me up, man. You know what I mean? Yes, he is. He is a special fighter. I love that. I love that dude. I love that dude. So I try to get in all the best questions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I always tell you my questions are never gonna be perfect, but I always try to make some sense out of it. What happened to the? You said the drop. What drop? Oh, you talking about with him fighting again? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I try. You know, I don't try to be perfect. You know, I try to. I was asking the best questions that I could. Best questions that I could. I don't try to sugarcoat nothing like, oh, what you think about this fighter? What you think about that fighter? And you know what I'm saying? I kept it on him. You know what I mean? Talking to him like if I was face to face with him, and me and him are we're definitely gonna do that again. But the next time, hopefully, when I do it, I'm out in Newark. I'm gonna get out to his gym and see if we can do something. But y'all, I gotta get up out of here. I got my hour. Right, I got my hour in. I gotta move on. It's hot as hell because I had to close my window. I forgot to turn my air on in here, but I had to close my window, so it's baking. Y'all can't even see. I'm sweating like hell under this brim. But I'll be back tomorrow. Now tomorrow, um, we're having a topic about. Oh God damn it! I forgot what the hell we was having a topic about. That's crazy. Um, I'll tell you, this heat got me going, y'all. The topic for tomorrow that we are having is signs of having a stroke. Okay, the signs of having a stroke. Strokes are very serious. Okay, everybody's having strokes every day, every hour on hour. Somebody's having a stroke right now as we speak. So I'll be doing that at 7:15 p.m. tomorrow. 7:15 p.m. tomorrow. Join me. Not so much heat strokes, but just strokes where one side of your body gets paralyzed. Um, signs of a stroke. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we all have had somebody in our family struggle bacon and eggs. You stupid, so stupid. Everybody we know has had a stroke. Um, Grandmothers, our uncles, our fathers, our grandfathers. We didn't had somebody who has went through it, and we have to know the signs of it, what to look for, so that if we're ever around somebody, whether we know them or not, it doesn't have to. We don't have to save somebody. We don't have to know somebody to save somebody. But if we see somebody in that, we got to help them. Okay, there's no such thing as I don't have to help them because I don't know them. If we see them in that, we got to help them. It's a must. We got to do that because we would want somebody to do it for us. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be doing that. Signs of a stroke. What are the signs of a stroke? So we'll be doing that tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. I will not be live tomorrow morning. I probably won't be going live, not even Thursday morning. Maybe Friday morning will probably be my next morning live, but I will be live every afternoon. Of course, Thursday. Y'all know Throwback Thursday. Tommy Morrison's wife will be up here with us Thursday, and that would be at 8 p.m. Excuse me, that would be yeah, well no, 7:15 p.m. Excuse me. That would be 7:15 p.m. So that won't be 7:15 p.m. Thursday, 7:15 p.m. tomorrow. We'll talk about the stroke, and then Thursday Tommy Morrison wife will be up here. So I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Peace and blessings. I love y'all. Tomorrow morning, man. If you guys happen to be out, it's gonna be hot. I'm sure it's probably hot in every state. Keep some water on you. Keep cool. Take a cold rag with you. Take a cold towel with you if you got to wet it. Just stay cool as y'all can, man. We don't need to be passing out here. The heat is at an all-time high. So I love y'all and I appreciate the support. Make sure y'all smash that like button one more time. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it goes down at No Duck Zone Podcast. Let's go.